welcome back to the Getting Down to Business podcast. We are very lucky today to be joined by our very own Bradford BID manager, Jonny Noble. Thank you, Jonny, for joining us.
Thank you.
We're here to talk about all things BID. So what is the purpose of a business improvement district and why Bradford?
Business Improvement District started around about 2003. There were a few test cities that were utilised, such as Liverpool, Birmingham, London, and very much about businesses working together to improve the district that they operate in. So BID is exactly what it says on the tin, a business improvement district. And Bradford obviously looked at a BID in around about 2015, 2016, following on from the success of so many other towns and cities that have got BIDs. And it felt at the time probably the right time to look at a BID with the opening of the Broadway Shopping Centre, and City Park had been opened in about 2012, and the confidence of the city was starting to come back to front, and that was the time we thought, you know what, it's time to get a BID in Bradford.
Brilliant. So what benefits do the BID member businesses get for being part of Bradford BID?
It's endless, really. I mean, obviously the council is still responsible for delivering baseline services, so they'll empty the bins and they'll do the car parking and dishing out fines and the enforcement. A BID is very much about the cherry on the cake and the nice things to have, and the businesses obviously want nice things in the town, city centres around the UK, and the same applies in Bradford. So things like, simple things like hot washing, chewing gum removal, hanging baskets, events, different kinds of events that have probably not been done in the past. And then you can really kind of zone in on member benefits, direct member benefits, such as we've got an app called Loyal Free, where BID members can be on Loyal Free, giving out their offers or their events, or there's trails on there. There's some brilliant trails. Solomon, which is our client management system that tells businesses directly what they get. More importantly, they get us, which is really important. So they get obviously access to the Bradfords that are out there all the time talking to the businesses, to yourself as the business engagement officer, Leanne as the project officer, and every now and then they get hold of me as well. So that's the team, the big team that works so hard and tirelessly deliver the business plan. And we are very active and very out there, and that's a huge benefit to the businesses.
And you briefly sort of touched on the sort of events that the BID might put on and the different sort of events. How can BID member businesses get a bit more involved with the events, and what's in it for them, really? Yeah,
that's a really, really good point. I mean, we've been in difficult circumstances, shall we say, for the last 18 months, so we've not really been able to deliver the events that we want to. But just this coming Sunday, this podcast might go out before Sunday. This coming Sunday, we've got the North Parade Street Festival, and we're working with the businesses up on North Parade to deliver an event that has not been able to happen because of COVID. They're all doing their own things, such as live music in the venues. We've got street food, we've got music, we've got kids entertainment, and it's about how we can interact with the businesses to help them drive footfall. So although the almighty dollar is key, footfall and spend and dwell time and events bring all that together, and we're just delighted to be able to start the events again. I mean, there's another one coming up that I won't say too much about just yet, but we're looking at many thousands of people coming into the city centre on a Sunday that wouldn't normally come in, and that footfall, that additional footfall and the spend, the businesses need it now more than ever.
Absolutely. So what do you feel since the start of the BID, and since obviously you were such a big part of forming the BID, what do you feel have been sort of the big achievements that you really feel like this is worthwhile that we've had the BID?
I think the engagement with businesses direct, the operating board is a huge benefit. So the operating board for Bradford BID brings together about 23, 24 real key stakeholders that probably wouldn't have ever met if it hadn't been for the BID, or there was lots of different groups in lots of different areas. The BID kind of pulls all that together. So we work from the university to the cathedral. We worked with Provident and Santander. We've got the big businesses, but we also work very closely with places like Crafted at Assembly that are probably one of the smaller, but they're independents, and it gives the independent businesses their voice, and they have exactly the same kind of rights or say as your university. So you've got a university up there that's got many thousand students. the same applies to Crafted Downstairs, that's got a few thousand customers a week. So I think it's the togetherness of the businesses and some ownership. And I'd like to think that Bradford BID does deliver a sense of pride, and it brings that Bradfordness, as we call it, out to the front. And it's just so enjoyable to see.
You're obviously very passionate about Bradford, as we all are, and that's what we're here to do. Just on more of a personal note as well, what do you enjoy most about being Bradford BID manager? It's obviously quite a big, responsible job. What is it that you love so much about it?
I think being able to deliver in a city centre that I care so much about. I know the whole team cares about the city centre, otherwise we wouldn't do this job. You wouldn't do this job if you didn't care. To have a budget that the business is kindly put into a pot for us to use is just really good. And seeing people smiling, you know, it's really basic and it sounds so silly, but hanging baskets, it makes people feel better, seeing some florals, some colours, events that we're going to see on this Sunday with people having a good time with the families. It's about bringing that sense of pride back out, and I love seeing people being proud. We're not under any illusions. Bradford City Centre is hard work, as all town and city centres are. You know, we know we've got challenges, and we know we've got to overcome significant difficulties at times. But seeing people just enjoying the city centre and spending time in here, that's probably the most rewarding part of it.
That's amazing. Thank you for joining us, Jonny. That was really insightful.
Thank you for inviting
me. Hopefully you'll all have a bit more understanding of all things BID. If you want any more information, do contact the BID office. We're always here to help. Look out for our next podcast episode coming up, and we look forward to speaking with you all soon. Thank you.